Okay, hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Yurizai Sumirat with the student ID number 19250 from the Information System Study Program at Universitas Bina Sarana Informatika on Karawang Campus in Cikampek Dance. Okay, I'm making this video podcast for the remedial exam in English one. In this video, I will be talking about for the different topics together with four different guests. Starting with our opinion about smoking in the campus area, then our idea about the Indonesian policeman, our planning after graduate from the university, and finally why I'm taking this remedial test in this first place. Alright, let's get started with our first topic. Hello, bro. Are you waiting for the next class?
Yeah, I am. We still have about 10 minutes, right?
I think so. By the way, I want to ask you something.
Sure, what is it?
What do you think about the students smoking around the campus area?
That's actually an interesting topic. Why are you asking?
We have to talk about it for our English conversation. You remember?
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Okay, let's talk about it.
So honestly, what do you think about students smoking on the campus?
Honestly, I don't really like it. I think smoking around campus and bother others.
Uh, I agree with that, especially when you're walking and suddenly you smell cigarette smoke.
Exactly. Sometimes I'm just walking to class, and someone is smoking right next to me.
Okay, same here. And sometimes the smoke goes everywhere because of the wind.
Yeah, that's really annoying, especially when you're not a smoker.
So, what do you think about students who completely stop smoking on campus?
That's a difficult question. I think people have the right to smoke, but they also need to think about other people.
So, you don't think smoking should be completely banned?
Not necessarily, maybe the campus could provide a special smoking area.
Like a distance smoking zone?
Yeah, a specific place where smoker can smoke without disturbing other students.
I think it's actually a good solution
Why do you think so?
because smoker can still smoke. But students who don't smoke don't have to breathe the cigarette smoke.
Exactly, it's basically about respecting each other.
Put up with what if the smoking area is still close to the classroom?
Hmm, then it wouldn't really solve the problem.
I think it should be somewhere far from classroom.
And probably far from the cafeteria too.
Definitely nobody want to eat while smelling cigarette smoke.
Yeah, then that would be terrible.
I also think it should be near the campus entrance
Why?
because everyone has to pass through the entrance. If people are smoking there, everyone will have to talk through the smoke.
That's true. I've actually seen people smoking at the entrance before.
Really, bro?
Yeah, sometimes they stand there with their friend and smoke together.
I don't really have a problem with the smoking, but the location is the problem.
Exactly. If they want to smoke, they should choose a place where they won't bother other people.
Right.
Have you ever asked someone to stop smoking near you?
Honestly, no.
Why not?
I feel a little awkward, especially if I don't know the person.
Same here. I wouldn't know how to say it politely.
Maybe you could say, "Excuse me, would you mind smoking somewhere else?"
Yeah, that sounds polite.
But I'll probably be nervous to saying that.
Haha, me too. Probably.
I'll probably just move away.
That's what I usually do.
But what if there is not anywhere else to sit?
Hmm, that's a problem.
For example, imagine we're studying in the campus area and someone sit next.
Do you? sit next to you.
to us
I,
and start smoking?
I probably move to another table.
Tip all the table airful.
Then I have to politely ask them.
I think that's fair.
But I think the campus should make clear rules so students don't have to deal with situation like that.
Okay, okay. I'm agree. What kind of rules do you think they should have?
Mm. For example, smoking should not be allowed inside buildings or in crowded.
There should also be signs around campus.
Like no smoking.
Yeah, simple signs. That's why everyone know where smoking is allowed and where it is not.
I think that's important because sometimes people just don't know the rules.
Simple sign. That's why everyone know where smoking is allowed and where it is not.
I think it's important because sometimes people just don't know the rules.
Okay, it's true. What do you think student will actually follow the rules?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because some people don't really care about rules.
That's why I think there should be consequence too.
Like a fine,
Maybe, but I think they should give a warning first.
I agree. Warning is more reasonable for the first time.
Yeah, it's someone's. Yeah, if someone keeps breaking the rules after getting several warnings,
Yeah,
then maybe there should be a penalty.
the sound fair.
Hmm. But I don't think punishment is the only solution.
What do you mean, bro?
I think the campus should also educate students about smoking.
Like having a campaign?
Exactly. They could explain the health risks of smoking and also the effects of secondhand smoke.
Secondhand smoke is when you breathe smoke from someone else, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually one of the biggest problem with smoking in a public place.
I agree. If someone chooses to smoke, that's their personal choice.
But other people should be forced to breathe the smoke.
Exactly.
But let's say be fair, some students smoke because they be stressed.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Uh, can be stressful sometimes,
Definitely, we have assignment, exam, presentation,
and the group project
group.
and the group project.
Oh, don't remind me about group projects.
Okay, sometimes group project more stressful than assignment.
Especially when only one or two people actually do the work.
Exactly.
But even if students are stressed, I don't think smoking around other people is the best solution.
Oh, I agree with that. There are other ways to deal with stress,
Like exercising,
listening to music,
hanging out with friends,
or just taking a break.
and sleeping.
And sleeping, bro.
Yeah, sleeping is probably the easiest way.
That's your solution for everything.
Maybe it is.
But seriously, bro, I think the campus should create a healthier environment
I agree. Maybe they could provide more sport facilities.
or more comfortable place for the student to relax.
That would be nice.
Then students would be have more ways to relax when they stress.
Exactly.
So if you had to choose, would you completely ban smoking on campus grid, additional smoking area?
I choose a design smoking area
Why, bro?
because I think it's more realistic. Smoker can still smoke, but they have to do it in the right place.
Okay, okay, I agree. A completely ban might be difficult to enforce.
Exactly.
The smoking area should be far away from classroom, cafeterias, and crowd place.
Definitely.
And the result be proper. Test bins too.
Yeah, that's another important thing.
Sometimes you can see cigarette butt on the ground.
Yeah, and that makes the campus looks dirty.
So the smoking area should also be kept clean.
Right.
I think the main point is that smoker and non-smoker should respect each other.
I totally agree.
Smoker have the right to make their own choice.
But they also have responsibility not to disturb other people.
Exactly.
And non-smokers should also be respected. We don't need to judge or insult people who smoke.
That's a good point, bro.
We just need to follow the rules and respect each other's space.
Yeah, I think that's the best way.
So, if you were the campus director, what would you do?
Hmm. First, I'd create the scene smoking area.
Okay,
Then I put clear scene around the campus.
good.
I also make a rule that smoking is not allowed near campus, cafeterias, entrance, and other crowd areas.
That sounds good.
And I will organize a campaign of smoking and second-hand smoke.
I like that idea.
What about you?
I do almost the same thing, but I also make sure the rules are actually enforced.
Because rules are useless if nobody follows them
Exactly.
on most things.
Yeah, we do.
We both think smoking around other student is not a good idea.
But we also don't think smokers should necessarily be complete banned from campus.
Right, designating smoking area should be a better solution.
As long as it's the right place and people follow the rules,
Exactly.
well, I think we've talked about almost everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably get ready for class now.
Good idea. I have an assignment to finish too.
All right, I almost forgot.
See, that's more stressful than smoking.
Haha, absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
See you in class, bro.
Okay.
Okay, for the next topic, number three, yeah. And I've got the another request join me now. Go ahead, then introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Mariana Sahra. Happy to be here today.
Okay, thanks for coming. So this topic is actually pretty close on the home. You're planning after you graduate from the university. What's on your mind these days?
Thanks for coming. So this topic is actually pretty close to home. You're planning after you graduate from university. What's on your mind this day?
It's something I think about a lot lately. Plan right now is to finish my thesis on time, and after that, I really want to get some teaching working experiences, maybe work and internship first before applying full time.
The smart. Internship really help bridge the gap between what we learn in class and what actually happens in the industry.
Exactly, and I feel like a lot of what we study is more tutorial So I went to see how actually works in a real company economy.
Do you already have a specific field or industry in mind?
Thankfully they do. They just want me to be financially independent first, and after that they pretty open to whatever five issues.
The flexibility is important. Honestly, the job market changes so fast these days.
If actually talk about it a lot, I think I'm open to reelection if a good opportunity come up. Each bigger cities will have more openings, especially in.
Do you think university really prepare you enough for the working world, or is there still a big gap?
Sort of I'm stopping to land my first job a week or 5 months after graduating, and maybe after 2 years of preparation, start thinking about switching to a bigger company or a better role.
Despite a lot of companies expect a graduate to already know tools that weren't really taught in class.
Surely, so I be trying to post at myself learning outline of the curriculum, for tutorial document, and dashboarding trick on my one.
That's tough money for us con, since that usually the elephant in the room after graduates. Or are you thinking about that side of things?
I do, because I don't want to just drift after graduation. Having open a road plus makes the transition feel less overwhelming.
That's a mature way to look at it. Do you have a road timeline in mind? Like when you want to hit the plan milestone?
Eventually, yeah, I think starting with a stable job will help me build everything and some savings, and then later on call for extra flippers or even starting my own small business.
That sounds like a solid, realistic plan, not to rest.
See, the competition, there are so many graduation every year, so I know I have to keep improving my skill, not just really on my diploma.
To our people end up in completely different fields than what they thought.
See, it's something I think about a lot. I know entry-level series in teach aren't always good first, so I'm trying to be realistic and not take too much risk away.
Do you think your university experience, like organization or extracurricular, will help the decision?
Actually, so I try to stay flexible. Even if my previous job is a perfect match, I think anywhere work experience teaches you something as well.
Of freelancing, do you are thinking of freelance? Do you yourself doing that sampling?
Right, and I don't want to limit myself too much. I think the most important thing after graduating is to just keep learning. Without this, towards a job, creative vision, or even freelancing.
It's a solid long-term plan. Do your parents or family support that kind of direction?
Definitely, being part of a student organization allowed me solve skill like word and communication. With I think matter just about attending skills when you start out.
That's a great to hear. Is there anything that worries you about life after graduation?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards something in tech, maybe software development of its support. That's closer to what incident, but I'm also open to the alternatives if a good on comes up.
Yes, that's well talk. What are you doing right now to prepare for that?
Taking a few online course, building small projects for my portfolio, and trying to network with seniors who already work in the field just to get some good goodies.
It's a great strategy. Any advice for the other students who are still figuring out their plan?
Sigh, deadline until graduation to start planning, start video kids and experience now. Even smile. Stay fun because I did up by the time you actually graduate. Think I give me a solid foundation. I still achieve the fundamental stuff, but just looking out a bit in practical. As opposite, the why I think internship and role projects matter so much before jumping into a full-time role.
It's a big decision. It is sound like you really thought it out. It's really solid advice. Thanks so much for sharing your plan with us today.
Eh, I don't want to put too much pressure on my editor because I know pressure but really go actually explain it.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoy this conversation.
Alright, for the last topic for today, and honestly the most personal one, I've got the Mas quiz here with me.
Hi everyone, I'm Siti Urba. Great to be on the show with this topic.
Okay, thanks for being here. So the last topic is about me. Actually, why I'm taking the remedial test on for this semester. Can I be honest with you?
Of course, go ahead.
So basically for this particular course, my grade end up lower than I expect. Looking back, I think it happened because I didn't manage my time well during the regular semester.
That happens to a lot of us. Honestly, was it because of workload or something else?
A mix of things, really. I was learning during the same work for my brain, some group project and regular coursework all at the same time. So some assignment and exam preparation didn't get the attention we need.
That's not fair. A lot of people repeat the same mistake without reflecting on it.
Okay, right. And I realized I need to be more disciplined about prioritizing academic and work towards other.
Do you think it was more about time management or maybe the material itself was just difficult?
Honestly, with time management, I understood the material well enough. I keep postponing my preparation because other things felt more urgent in the moment. By the time I realized it was already too late to catch up properly.
That's a really common trap, especially with deadlines that feel far away until suddenly they are not. Being open about this on camera is a little nerve-wracking, and it's kind of vulnerable topic.
Honestly, yeah, a little bit is not exactly admitting you didn't do well in a course. But I think that's more value in being honest and pretending everything when it's not.
I respect that a lot. Do you think other students are usually open about talking remedial tests, or is it something people hide?
I think a lot of people are quiet about it. Maybe because of the stigma, like it makes you look like you're not serious about school. But honestly, I think almost everyone struggles with something at some point.
That's true. It's just not always talked about openly.
Okay, right. And I rather be transparent about it, especially since the podcast is literally part of the media process anyway.
That's really nice to hear. Support like the makes big difference.
Okay, actually, my friend have been really understanding some of the even offered to be the start for this project. This honestly made the whole process way less.
That makes sense. Has anyone around you, like friends or family, been supportive during this?
Definitely, it reminded me to the testing for help or even just talking about a feedback is not something to be embarrassed about.
So, what's your plan this time around for the remedial test?
For this project, I'm making sure I actually prepare the content properly instead of being the last minute. I want to treat it like a real project, not just a simple assignment to pass.
That's a good mindset. Do you feel like this experience changed how you will approach next semester?
I've started planning my schedule better, booking specific time for coursework instead of assuming I'll find the time somewhere in between freelance projects.
That makes sense. Balancing freelance work and college is genuinely hard.
Yeah, I don't want to be in this position again. Honestly, doing this the remedial test made me realize how important it is to take every course seriously from the start, not just the ones that seem more interesting.
That's a great takeaway. Any final thoughts before we wrap up the Well podcast?
Just that I'm grateful for this consent and I'm taking it seriously. Thanks to everyone who joined me across all topics today. Thank you, and that's a wrap for this episode. See you next time.
Thanks for having me on this last one. Good luck with your remedial test.
Okay, actually, my friend, have been really understanding some of the open effort to be start for this project. We certainly made the whole process by less stressful.
That's really nice to hear. Support like this makes a big difference.
Definitely, it remind me the asking for help or even just talking about ASEC Day is not something to be embarrassed about.